Ain't another woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do if I told you?
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Bri, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be doing an install on this wig featuring Subella hair. I actually purchased this wig from Amazon. This is actually my first time purchasing a lace frontal from Amazon. So I'm going to be leaving my honest review and my honest opinion on the hair at the end of the video. If you are interested in the install, make sure you go ahead and continue watching. Also, make sure you go ahead and turn on your post notification bell. I can never say that part right without stuttering. Like, what is wrong with me? But make sure you go ahead and turn on, see? Bruh. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I have like some type of camera fright or I just got a stuttering problem. Like, what the fuck? Make sure you go ahead and turn on your post notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as I upload a new video. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Cause sis, if you ain't subscribed, what are you doing? Like, why you lurking if you ain't subscribing? I'm just playing. But make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We're gonna go ahead and get straight into this video, period. Hey y'all. So today I'm gonna be doing an install featuring Subella hair. This is a wig I got from Amazon. And as you can see, it did come with baby hairs already in the front. And it also came pre-plucked, but I'm gonna add more customization to pluck it to my liking. So I'm just starting off by hot combing the wig back so that there's no hairs in the way. I normally would part the front and then start plucking from there so that I'm not balding where I want to put my baby hairs. But since it was already pre-plucked, I didn't want to pluck it too harsh. So I just plucked it, you know, a little bit more to my liking. And while plucking, I actually pluck in. It's kind of hard to explain like a zigzag motion. I don't pluck in the same spot because that'll cause balding. And I actually got this method from Arrogant Tay. He uses a white towel so he can see where his plucking is going. This is just a nigga I used to fuck with shirt. We're not talking, so he don't need it. And this is just a wax stick that I picked up from my local beauty supply store. It was about $6-7. And I'm just gonna start straightening the roots with my hot comb so they can get straight as possible. No Humpty Dumpty over here. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and flat iron it since I wanna do bone straight this time. So here I'm about to start cutting. I was going for the blunt cut bob look. So I just take my comb and bring it down to where about I want to cut it to, which is below my chin. And I just cut right underneath the rat tail comb and try to cut it as even as possible without making it too uneven. But if you do make it uneven at first, you can always go back and correct your mistakes. I will say that I'm using sharp shears, which sharp shears are normally good as far as cutting, but if you're going to do like a blunt cut and you want it to be super duper even, I would suggest using some barber clips to trim. That's normally how a lot of hairstylists do it. They trim it with some barber clippers. I don't have any, so I just had to make do with what I had. As you can see, it was uneven, and now it's all even. I do have a few more mistakes that I have to go and correct, but it's looking good from this point as far as the cutting. This next step is very important. I actually learned this step in this method from Slay by Jordan. He's very popular on YouTube and he be slaying bad bitches, I'm telling you. But he said to basically bend down your client's head or bend down your wig head if you're not doing it on a client, and make sure you get all of those uneven hairs underneath, because when someone bends over, you don't want to see uneven hair. You want everything to be super duper even. And here I'm just clipping every little piece I see out of place that's not even. This should actually give you OCD. You want your bob to be super duper even, so you want to take your time. and correct any mistakes that you see. And here I'm just making sure there's no more uneven hairs, because again, you want to have OCD when it comes to cutting even hair and get all of those hairs that's out of place. Even if you gotta bend over and go all the way underneath like I did, girl, it's that serious. Can we just acknowledge how thick I am? Okay, back to the video. And of course, you want to start off every wig install by slicking back your real edges, because you ain't trying to be bald, sis. And I've already did the bald cap method using my Gots to Be spray. And I'm just singing Queen Naja. Can y'all guess what song it is? And I'm just blow drying it until it's dry so that I can start cutting off that excess wig cap. And of course, as always, I gotta have my moments with the blow dryer being goofy. First you see me, now you don't. Okay, never mind, it's not working. Then you want to go in with your everyday concealer and clean up anything on your skin with alcohol. And of course, today I'm using Ghost Bond glue. I haven't tried any other lace glue. I do want to attempt to try, but this is just what we're working with today. And you do not have to double dab when you're putting glue on. You can just do one dab, that's enough. But mine was making it hard to come out, so that's why you see me double dabbing. So at this moment in the video, I actually started rushing because my nail appointment was in 30 minutes and I had to do a 10-minute drive. So I literally had 20 minutes. Like, it was literally crunch time. And you can tell that my glue didn't dry because you can still see white. It's supposed to be all the way clear, and it's supposed to be tacky to where the hair will just stick. But my wig was sliding. The lace was not sticking the first time I tried to pull it down into the glue. So I did have to add more glue, and I had to keep playing around with it until it finally started sticking. Also, if this happens to you, you can also use Gots to Be spray and just lay down your elastic band and have it sit on for about 20 minutes. And eventually it's gonna stick. It has no other choice because eventually the glue is gonna dry. Again, you just have to keep playing around with it. If you're in a rush, I would suggest to wait to do your install when you are completely free, because I will never make this mistake again and try to complete an install while filming a YouTube video. And on top of that, I was trying to do TikToks. Epic fail. Yeah, I was pressed for time, and I will never make that mistake again because you don't want to rush a wig install. And I'm going to just take my rat tail comb as always and try to comb those hairs back. And as you can see, I had to start over. I'm just going to continue to like play around with it until it's where I need it to be. And then I'm going to finish off with placing my elastic band after spraying some Gots to Be spray, leaving it on for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm going to start cutting the lace. And here I'm just cutting the lace into 4 sections. I find that easier to cut it off. Also, I'm going to cut off my ear tabs. That's a very important step. It will irritate the hell out of your ears if you miss that step. You do not need that extra lace. And then I'm just going to go in with some more Gots to Be spray and lay down my elastic band again. And to cut the lace off, I'm going to use my eyebrow razor. I actually love this eyebrow razor. I got this from the beauty supply store. It was only like $1 or $2. Very cheap. You can find some less than $1. I just find it easier to cut the lace with the eyebrow razors versus the shears, because with the shears you have to be super duper careful. With the eyebrow razor you have to be careful as well, but I just find it more easier to do like the jagged cut. And as you can see, this lace is already blended, honey. It's already melted. Excuse the white stuff on my forehead. I'm going to clean it off. And this is before I blended it with makeup. I'm just going to take down my baby hairs. Doing baby hairs takes forever, so I'm just going to speed up this process and do it off camera. I did use the Argentay method and curl the baby hairs before laying them down, but I did not have a pencil flat iron. I don't know what my daughter did with my pencil flat iron. It's easier to curl it that way since they're very small pieces. I'm going to also do the same for my sideburns. And I'm going to go ahead and cut my baby hairs. I did make them too long, but I would rather have too long baby hairs and go back and correct it later than to cut them too short and then you can't correct it. And after I do my baby hairs, I'm going to go in and apply some makeup and take a blending brush so that you don't have that wet makeup look. You don't want it to look like makeup. You want it to look like your skin. And then I'm going to also go ahead and pluck my parts. Go through one more time with the flat iron and then take some concealer to finish my part off. And then we are done. Okay, y'all, so now that y'all have watched the actual tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and leave my honest opinion. Y'all, I hate this damn wig. I'm not going to say I hate it, but this shit is thin as fuck. Like, I saw some of the comments on the reviews that said that the wig was thin. However, I bought a 14-inch wig and my goal was to do a blunt cut. I've never had a wig that was just a straight blunt cut bob. So I think the shortest inch that they had was 14 inches. So I was just like, I'm gonna just cut it up to, where I want it to be. I'm not gonna lose anything because it should be thick until, you get to the bottom. But as you can see right here, this is thin as hell, and this is the front of the wig, and I did not cut any of this. I didn't cut this part at all. The only thing I cut was around the back, and when I tell you, I'm not going to even turn around so you can see the back because I'm embarrassed. Aww. This wig is thin. The only thing good I can say about this wig is the lace itself. The lace, literally would just melt on your skin without me even having to blend it in with makeup. It was already melted. It's supposed to be 100% human hair. I felt like when I was flat ironing it, there was some plastic fiber pieces, the pieces of hair that you would see on a synthetic wig. I saw that on the flat iron. At least that's what it looked like on a flat iron. And I'm sure that's what it was because human hair does not melt onto the flat iron, no matter how hot it gets. So I don't feel like this was 100% human. I feel like they probably mixed some synthetic and blended in. But what do you expect from Amazon? A lot of girls will say, don't shit on Amazon. Don't sleep on them. They got some good wigs. I've never experienced this. And I can't say that they're the only wig company. You can probably order something from the biggest wig company and experience the same thing. But this is my first purchase from Amazon, and it's probably going to be my last. Even in the reviews, it took me a while to find a wig that had just good reviews. And I know that every time you purchase something, it's going to be bad reviews regardless. If it's the best wig ever, it's going to be a bad review because it's going to be something that somebody doesn't like. And that's everybody's opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. So I always try to just, look at how it's styled on the person who left the review, because a lot of people will leave a review and they don't even attempt to customize their wigs to their liking. They just throw it straight onto their head out of the packaging. And you have to customize your wig. You have to bleach the knots if that's what you prefer. You have to blend the lace with makeup so that it can look more like scalp. You have to cut it sometimes to your liking. You have to I'm having a brain fart. What the fuck is wrong with me? You have to pluck the hair to make it look more like a natural hairline. You have to customize the wig. And there's a lot of people who will catfish you in the comments and they be like, oh, this wig is so horrible. When you look at it on their head, it's sis, you didn't even try to touch the wig. You didn't even attempt to do anything to the wig. Did you at least pinch the wig? You just threw it on your head, obviously. So I try not to look at all of the bad reviews. This company actually had good reviews. There were some bad reviews as far as how thin it was, but I thought because I was cutting it into a bob, I wouldn't experience the thinness, because most of the girls who left those comments ordered the long inches. So I'm just a little upset because I feel like it's thick all around until you get here. And it's like, what's the purpose of having a blunt cut bob? And that's another thing. It's a lot of flyaways. I feel like they layered the hair, and it's supposed to be straight. Like, it's supposed to be straight hair. So I'm not sure where the layers come in at. I've never purchased from them before, so this kind of like left a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't know if I would be purchasing again. I don't really see myself purchasing in the future, unless it's probably a different type. Like, some companies, they have good straight hair, but they have bad deep waves. Some companies have good deep wave hair and have bad water wave hair. Like, it's all like trial and error when it comes to purchasing wigs. Again, the lace itself is beautiful. Like, it blends on your skin. And it actually came pre-plucked. I did pluck it a little bit more, but it came pre-plucked and it looked great. Like, the plucking was great. That's why I can't say all bad things about the wig, but the most important part was for it to be full. Because when you're wearing a blunt cut bob, like, you want your bob to be full. Any type of bob you're wearing, you want it to be full. That this is thin. And I have a very long head. So when I have thin hair on my head, it just makes my head look longer. Like, so that's what made me upset, because I was really looking forward to a blunt cut bob. I think the next time I'm just going to go ahead and just purchase a blunt cut bob that's already cut into a blunt cut bob itself. That way I don't have to worry about this as far as the hair being uneven and thin in the front and thick in the back. The only reason why I made this purchase is because it was a last minute purchase. I knew that I wasn't going to get my hair back in time for the holidays. So I was just like, you know what, let me try Amazon, since everybody keeps hopping on TikTok, hopping on Facebook and Instagram saying, don't sleep on Amazon, Amazon this, Amazon that. And so I decided to go ahead and make my first purchase. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied with this wig. That's just my honest review. Everybody might not agree with me, but as far as the style that I was going for, it was an epic fail. And I do not like this wig. I will not be purchasing again. But anywho, thank y'all so much for watching. If you want to see me do more tutorials or more reviews on other wig companies and other wig styles, make sure you go ahead and comment down below. So make sure you go ahead and turn on your post notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as I upload my next video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.